Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy to slay. Welcome to the Rise and Slay Morning Show. My name is Rochelle Slay Queen Hemingway, CEO and founder of Slay to Success. I advise women professionals, especially women veterans, to step up into their most authentic personal brand to gain lucrative opportunities. And we're doing it by focusing on 4 different areas: appearance, behaviors, communication skills, and your digital presence. I am a professional keynote speaker, an image consultant, personal brand expert, an author of 4 books, and a proud and honorable veteran, if you will, of 30 years from the United States Air Force. And so, y'all, I'll tell you what, today is a slay amazing day. Okay, it's a slay amazing day. First of all, I got up. Thank God that I got up this morning and I worked out, was on my spin bike. So hopefully you are moving your body as well. Because when we rise and slay, this is where we are doing it with purpose. We're doing it with confidence. And so I am here to share with you a little insight about branding yourself before others do. That is what we're going to be talking about, especially in your next chapter. And we are going to always be guided by the word slay. Slay means to kill it, to dominate it, and to nail it, to be on point, to impress greatly, to dream big and work hard until you own it. It is also an acronym that stands for Universal Life and Leadership Philosophies that really resonate with me the most, especially in this next chapter. And that is stay ready to be ready, lead out loud, a sense of community, a sense of family, and knowing you are built to last. So if you are here with me this morning, go ahead and give me a shout out. Welcome again to the Rise and Slay Morning Show. All right. Tell us who you are, where you're streaming in from. I like this to be very interactive. I know people got a lot going on. This is the beginning of the week. We are in the 3rd week, I think, of January. So a lot is happening, a lot is going on. A lot is happening going on for me as well. I'm trying to keep up on everything, but let me tell you this. One thing that I know for sure that is working well for me is the fact that I took the journey to rebrand myself when I retired. So I retired 2021. So it's been a few years now, but I have been on this new path, okay? And it has completely changed the trajectory of how I'm showing up, what I'm talking about, and who is in my circle. All right. And it has expanded so many different ways. It's so much different than I was in the uniform. And so today's topic is really about branding yourself before others do, because we know there are people who want to tell our stories. Who's controlling the narrative about you? Because if it's not you, someone else is doing it. Okay. And they might not be getting it right. So we know that personal branding is an intentional effort, it's on purpose. And it's more than a headshot and it's more than a tagline. It's the heartbeat of how others perceive our value, our skills, our worth. And if we're not owning that space, we're leaving money, connections, and growth on the table. So, we're going to be talking about this morning a little insight about communicating your value, anchoring yourself during the transitions, and living in alignment with your passions and your purpose. All right, because we're going to be showing up powerfully, authentically, and unapologetically in this new chapter. Okay. So I want to talk to you a little bit about stepping into your personal brand. Now, if you're transitioning, all right, and you're going into a leadership role, or you're going into your new chapter, or simply striving for a more fulfilling life, then our personal brand is already being shaped. Okay. People are already making assumptions about what you do and how you do it. Now, listen, y'all entertain me for just a second. I don't even know where I put my sheet at, y'all. But I had my EPR from 2020. And that's when I was still stationed at Ellsworth Air Force Base in South Dakota. And on the EPR, it was talking about things like, owning this budget, bulldog in the pandemic, um, rises above challenges. It had all this stuff, right? And I kind of looked at it and I'm like, is this really how I want to be perceived in my next chapter? Yes. Hey, Todd, my brother from another mother. How you doing? Love the topic. People buy from people. People connect with people. Your personal brand is your living billboard. Absolutely. If we start to understand that more and more, if more people did that, they wouldn't be struggling like they are right now. There are a lot of people who are like, I don't even know what I'm doing, why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, and I don't even like doing the things that I'm doing. And it's not genuine, and they're not making the connections, and they're not growing. They're staying stagnant, and then they're miserable. All right. I'm not trying to be miserable in this next chapter. I am loving every minute of it. Yes, it's hard. Yes, but anything worth having is hard. Okay. But I'm doing it much different in this next chapter. There are no one telling me. I'm controlling my own story, my own narrative, and being able to share that and then to help other people to do that, particularly women veterans. Hey Cherise, how you doing? Good morning, Queen. Thank you so much for being here with me live. I hope you're doing well. We're talking about branding ourselves in our next chapter before others do. Okay. Hey, Augustus, how you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you for being here live. And you're coming in from LinkedIn side of the house, y'all. LinkedIn, my LinkedIn family, my LinkedIn network, fire. Okay, so thank you so much for being here with me this morning. So either you are shaping your personal brand, or other people are shaping it for you. So which one would you prefer? All right. So, are you in control of the story being told about you? If you're not, then this is what's happening, right? Your reputation is in the balance. It's at stake. People are looking at you and they're perceiving you, what they remember about you, and the impression you leave behind when you leave the room. Again, working in a higher leadership role, there was opportunities for us to select people for different positions. Okay. They had all these, special duty assignments and so forth and so on. We weren't telling the individual directly to them face, hey, you good, you great, you'd be perfect for this role. Da, 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 da. When we're working at a higher leadership role, we are talking about it amongst the other senior leaders. Hey, what do you think about this person? What kind of skills and talents do they have that they would be in alignment with this particular role? All right. So, what I'm saying is decisions about you and where you would like to go, especially in your next chapter, is not being said directly to you. It's when people are looking outside. You never know who's looking. I don't know who's on the show. People who come on the show, they're not making comments. They're actually just listening. They ain't gonna say nothing. All right. But I understand that. So the way that I'm showing up is I'm showing you the values, the voice, the visibility. I'm showing you exactly who I am. And when you meet me in person, this is what you're gonna get. Okay. I am not trying to distract from having a clear and intentional brand. All right. Because if I don't, others will start filling in the gap for me. And I'm not having that, okay? And I don't want to be labeled as unapproachable, indecisive, or uninspired. So, because I know it's not true for me. I am a bold personality. I have a bold personality, y'all. I take things on. I am very free, if you will. I go into rooms, I'm smiling, I'm eager to learn, I'm thankful for the circles that I'm a part of. I bring this energy. Okay, I have a different type of energy than I did when I was in the uniform. Way different. I didn't stay in where I was at because in the uniform, hey, Camille, hey, are you still in Africa, Camille? And you're tuning in? If so, this is international, okay? International. How you doing, Queen? Let me know if you're still there. But please be safe if you are in travels and all that good stuff. You're just out there doing so good. I got so many great people in my community. She says, yes, I'm still here. Yes. Y'all, we're international. All right. So go ahead and tell folks. Okay. Michelle, listen, y'all. I got my queens in my membership group. Michelle is one of them. And she says, okay, free spirit for sure, but with purpose. But with purpose. And that's what we're talking about today. If you're not living this next chapter on purpose, intentional with the things that you value the most, and showing people and being in alignment when you go to your professional or personal goals, listen, sometimes we just not getting it right and we need to get it right. Okay. So if we haven't clearly defined who we are, what we stand for, and the value that we are bringing to the table, we're losing out. We're losing out. We may have lost out some times when we were in our previous chapter. And for me, I'm speaking from my military experience. There were opportunities that I missed out because I was shrinking myself. I was playing it small. I didn't think that my value, the things that I was very much passionate about and very interested in, that other people were interested in either. So I would hide. All right. And it took me some while to get out of that. So just imagine this for those that are going into a new leadership role. Maybe you're transitioning from one career to the next career. Imagine you're in line for that next leadership role, but someone less qualified gets chosen because their personal brand is polished and compelling. All right. We all probably know what that feeling is like, and it hurts. All right. It hurts our ego. It hurts our feelings, if you will, because we know that we have what it takes to be chosen for that role. So you need to really think about, right? At all points, am I willing to let others define me, or will I take control of my own narrative? Okay. So I'm going to dig a little bit deeper in what happens when you neglect your personal brand. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay. I'm just saying right now, the many opportunities that I have seen over the past few years, I just can't even wrap my head around it, y'all. I just can't wrap my head around it. I just allowed myself to explore, to figure out like what's out here, what was calling me, what was in me all this time. And I just needed to tap into that and start taking action. And when I started to take action, things have slated success. It's thriving, it's moving, it's a real thing. Okay. So I am here to tell you that if you neglect your personal brand, you're going to miss opportunities, because when your brand is unclear and people struggle to recognize your value. So if you're not clearly communicating what makes you unique, why would someone pick you up for that promotion, that partnership, or that high profile project? Okay. Why would they be picking you if you don't even know what you stand for? It doesn't work, because decisions about your worth, like I said, are often made in rooms when you're not present. If you haven't built a brand that precedes you, one that communicates your expertise, your character, and your reliability, someone else with a more redefined presence will take that spot. And you're going to be in the audience, or you're going to be on the sidelines, and you're going to be asking yourself, why didn't I figure out what I'm about? Because if this is something that you're struggling with, y'all, You got to get to the first step of finding out who you are outside of whatever titles, positions. And last week, that's what we were talking about on the show with these titles and these positions that we are given. But we need to look a little bit deeper into who we are. So I attend a lot of networking events, a lot. Like I've got one tomorrow, I've got one Thursday, and then I have the one on Friday, but it's online. A lot of networking opportunities. But if I'm unable to articulate what I'm about, it's for naught. I don't even know why I'm sitting in there. I don't even know why I'm going. If I can't communicate what I'm doing, these connections that I'm trying to build are going to slip right through my fingers, not because of the lack of talent, because I got a lot of talent and you got a lot of talent, but because our value wasn't visible or memorable. Okay. So I'm the woman, if you will, that decided, hey, I'm going to use clothes as a way to communicate. And everything I'm wearing is got some sort of pink. There's a shade of pink somewhere, somehow, right? No one who goes into a room forgets the pink ladies, all right? They're like, oh, the lady in the pink. You may not remember my name, okay? You may not remember exactly what I was speaking to, but you probably will say, wow, she wears pink every time I see her. And it is a very distinct because, first of all, pink represents empathy, kindness, nurturing, fun, playfulness. That's the kind of personality that I want in this next chapter because when I was in the uniform, my hand was in this hand all day long. I had my hands on my hips. I would stare people down because I had that energy, and most of it is masculine energy. And I was like having to assert myself and portray a certain image in that. I don't want that anymore. That's not me. I'm good. Yes. Yes, Queen. I am good. Okay. So transitions can shake your sense of self, whether you're leaving the military, whether you're switching careers or stepping into a leadership role. It is a shift. And without a solid personal brand to anchor you, it's easy to feel lost, wandering around, figuring out who I am now and what do I even stand for. It does not need to be the same. Okay. You can reinvent yourself through any transition. All right. So it doesn't even have to be you going into a career or that you're starting a business. It's all about, hey, you know what? Things haven't been going well in my life because life is happening and I want something different. So I don't know exactly what I need to do, but I know I need to take something. I need to do something. All right. This is a tool. Personal branding is a tool. Yes, I know you can, Queen. I know you can. So, me and Michelle, we worked together when we were in Germany. All right. She was a nurse, I was a medical technician. And, I was young. I was young. Trying to just we were working on a multi-specialty unit where there's a lot of patients with a lot of different illnesses, maybe even accidents. And so working through that as a medical technician in that profession, there's a certain way that you have to um, conduct your business. So because there's a lot of rules, right? There's a lot of policies, there's a lot of procedures in that. All right. I don't follow those rules anymore. I'm not in that anymore. All right. So I have changed the way that I view my life. All right. Yes, this is look, I I know this is resonating with y'all because y'all my queens who are service, retired. And so we understand that we can do things much different in this next chapter. And we have a lot to bring to the tables that we are sitting at. And so let's not be denied. Okay. So, um, Society often tries to label us, right? By our job titles, by our family roles, by our past experiences. And if we don't define our brand, those labels can box us in, leaving us feeling stuck and feeling uncertain. So, are you letting your outdated perceptions of yourself holding you back? All right, I'm not. Because if you're not shaping your brand to reflect your present and your future, you're allowing your past to really write your story. So, y'all, I'm looking down because I have all my notes here. I don't want to be missing anything. I don't want to, leave you hanging. So, I got to make sure that I'm referring to these notes. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is Slay to Success. In this world, we are getting after it. Okay. But we're doing it in a much different way with a much different attitude. And we are allowing our truest selves to be in front of people. We are taking off the mask. We are, shedding whatever we got going on, and we are allowing ourselves to really be fulfilled. Because living without an authentic personal brand can feel like wearing someone else's clothes. Okay, so let me just talk about these clothes. All right. There is a tendency, especially for those that have been in uniform, to wear colors like black, browns, and grays. Okay. Now, there's nothing wrong with these colors at all. However.com, it brings a certain type of energy. And when you punch it up, okay, and you go into your closet and you think about how is it that you want to say something without saying a word. All right. I'm not wearing someone else's clothes. I have built my wardrobe in such a way that I love my wardrobe. I love getting dressed up. I love being out and about because that's what I like to do. But we don't want to be wearing someone else's clothes because they may be uncomfortable and they could be misaligned. All right. So this is about you taking on your most authentic personal brand. What do you like? What do you really feel your best in? Okay, wear that. That's good. Don't let others define you. I define me. Absolutely. All day, every day. Okay. That is the mindset that we're in. This is a shift. All right. We don't want folks to be telling us about ourselves, especially when it's not right. All right. So, a strong personal brand is about congruence, it's about what we believe, it's about how we're showing up and how others perceive us, and they should all be in harmony. Nothing should be off balance. When you don't take the time to cultivate this alignment, then life feels like a grind, okay, rather than a joyful, purpose driven journey. I'm not in the grind. I used to be in the grind. 30 years in the grind. I don't want to do that anymore. In fact, when I stopped doing that, I look younger, I feel younger, I'm able to focus, I'm able to concentrate, and I'm able to move in the way that I want to move. And it's all natural. It's not fake, it's not phony, it's not made up. I'm my own blueprint. You're your own blueprint. Okay? So I'm in the joyful, purpose driven journey. And I want you to be there too. Because how often do you feel drained because you're spending time on things, people, and places that don't reflect your passions or your values? Okay. Without an authentic brand, you're not just losing opportunities, you're actually losing a sense of purpose. Okay, so let's just be clear, y'all. Your personal brand isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. It's a necessity. All right. And it's not about putting on a mask or pretending to be someone that you're not. It's about revealing your most authentic self to the world in a way that's powerful, intentional, and unapologetic. Okay. Because when you don't take control of your personal brand, you leave the door wide open for others to define it for you. And let's be real, no one else will do it in a way that truly reflects your brilliance. Okay? She said, I have to go to dinner, but I'm glad I was able to catch you today. Great show as usual. Be blessed. You too, Queen. Have fun in Africa. Be safe. Okay, we can't wait for the roll up. Okay, the wrap up of how your visit went. All right, keep on slaying, Queen. Man, geez, I love my community. All right, so this is all about you branding yourself before others do, because we don't want to miss out on opportunities. We don't want to have an identity crisis, okay? And we don't want to have a lack of fulfillment. So communicate your value, anchor yourself with a personal brand during your transition, and live in alignment with your passions and your purpose. This is what I take my women veterans, women professionals through. We go deep. We start with identity, then we end up with a plan. Okay, so that way you can stick with the messaging and you can control the narrative. All right, because sometimes when you are in your previous role, they want you to stay what you were before. I'm no longer per se a chief. Okay, yes, when I go into the communities, people will call me chief because that was my last position when I was in the military. However.com, I know that I'm more than just a chief. Okay, I know what I bring to the table after I retired. And it's probably not a lot of what I was doing when I was in the uniform. Okay, so let's not mistake this, all right? Stop leaving our future to chance. Take control of your brand, take control of your style. It's not just about looking good, okay? Even though that's what I help my clients to do, is to show up in their most authentic personal style and brand, but it's about showing up powerfully, okay? Knowing what you're supposed to be doing intentionally and authentically. All right, that is today's Rise and Slay morning show. All right, so thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We had Todd, Cherise, Augustus, Camille, Michelle. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here in this space. All right. Have a Slay Amazing week. We will see you all on Sunday. I'll be on the Slay to Success talk show at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you or anyone that you know needs support in building out a personal brand, okay, that we're focusing on appearance, behaviors, communication skills, and digital presence, y'all just refer them to me. I got them 100,000%. Okay. And I will see you all very, very soon. You're welcome. Thank you, Queen. Love y'all. Keep on slaying until you can't slay no more. And I will see you all Sunday or next Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Yeah.